Hi, Dr. Seth Gerlach with Core Health. Today I'm talking about leaky gut. Have you guys heard of it? It's all the new rave, but what the heck is really going on inside the gut? So I wanted to draw that out today so you guys get a little understanding, because it is very important to understand this, because leaky gut, intestinal permeability, whatever you want to call it, has a big implication for our health, for our immune system, so many different things. So the black part I have here, this is the inside of our gut. So when we eat a food and we chew it up nice and long, our stomach, our pancreatic enzymes, and our bile all work together to break it down. We get these little food particles here, and we absorb them through the small intestinal lining. It goes past the immune system. We get it into the blood, and that's where we take it off to wherever it needs to go, usually to the liver first, and then wherever in the body we need the food. So here's another scenario here. What if we are not breaking down our food very well? What if we have things like H. pylori in our stomach, or maybe we've been eating a very poor diet for a long time, it's just full of processed carbs? What happens is our food's going to come down and it's not going to be very well digested, or broken down, excuse me. So we've got these big food particles here, right? So those are much harder to break down. So what this will do in time, it can cause actually damage to the small intestinal lining. So this can be the beginning of a leaky gut. Another thing that can cause this are things like NSAIDs, so pain medicines. It can be birth control pills. It can be toxins that we're exposed to. It can be alcohol, poor diet, even stress. What happens here, actually the cells of the intestine can come unlocked. So you see on top here, all the cells are lined up nice and neat, and they're held together. I don't know if you can see by these little orange things. Those are called tight junctions. And I tell people it's like a Red Rover game. Everyone's holding their place nice and tight, because this is just one single cell layer that separates the inside of the gut from our body. So when we take a step back here, let's think of this. When we eat a food and it goes down to our stomach, it's still kind of a foreign object. The outside world is really everything from our mouth to our other end, right? That's just one long tube. It's technically the outside world. So we have to defend against that. So how does our body do that? Well, we've got 60 to 80% of our immune system lies right here in our gut, these purple things right here. And that's to protect us from, let's say we eat a parasite in our food or a toxin or things like that. We have to be able to defend against that. So let's go back to our leaky gut scenario here. We're not breaking down our food, our gut lining starts to get damaged. You can kind of see how these cells are starting to come apart. This is where the term leaky gut comes into play here. So what happens is now we can have food particles leak through into the bloodstream where they shouldn't be. Outside particles coming into our body that are not broken down. That's a big alarm to the immune system, okay? This is why your immune system's here. So it can also be, we've got bad bugs, parasites, toxins. Everything can come leaking through here. So this can stimulate the immune system to sound an alarm. The immune system's alarm is inflammation. Inflammation is the driver of all diseases that are known to man. And most inflammation comes from the gut. This is why this leaky gut intestinal permeability is so important, because this can be the driver and cause of so many different diseases. That's why, anytime someone comes in, we look at what's the health of the gut. Are we able to break down and digest our food? Are we loading ourselves with toxins and bad bugs and parasites? Do we need to clean some of these things out so we can give the gut a chance to heal, which will in turn balance the immune system again? So that's what it's all about. Decreasing inflammation, balancing the immune system, digesting our food. All right? So I hope everyone enjoyed this quick video of leaky gut. I may put out more of these later, just so you guys get just a glimpse of what's going on inside the body. That's why we're here. All right, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and take care.